test. Good evening, folks, and welcome to another round of Lewis Palmer Hockey. Our programs are out there on the field, getting ready to get it going. And Friday Night Lights. We had Tuesday Night Lights this week. Tonight's we got Friday Night Lights, the traditional fare. And then we're going to have Saturday Night Lights tomorrow. So things to look forward to in the world of hockey. Our boys went up, they got a W on Tuesday. A lot of good shots, a lot of good activity, and I tell you, there was an improved play of teamwork on Tuesday. It was awesome to watch. The boys come together and work like that. There are a couple of memorable plays. Don't have instant replay at this level, but if we did, I'd flash those in front of you tonight, and I'll show you a few of the more exceptional plays. There were a few that stuck to mind from the other night, and it was fun. It's always good to go away with a win and to come out alive. We were down at Sturbridge on Tuesday night, and that's an interesting. It's got a bit of spice down there, spice that you don't like. But we all got out of there. We got home safe, and here we are tonight. We are facing the team from Castle Rock. It's called Castleview, the Sabercats, which is, all in the name. Got to cheer for them a little bit because my last name is Saber. So, I don't know, got a little bit of a love for them, but not more than the Rangers here. I don't have the full roster tonight in front of me, so I'm going to have to wing it. I left the roster at home, but I'm going to call the game tonight, and hope you are entertained this evening. Looks like we got a couple of junior players out there. They had U8 hockey right before we got started here, and a couple of them are going to stick around for the opening ceremonies. Speaking of opening ceremonies, we've got the Olympics coming up here in a couple of weeks, if not sooner. So we got some fun things to look forward to there, and I know all our hockey fans out there are going to be watching a whole bunch of countries come together on the ice hockey rink. And when you watch those games, you got to look up in the sky because they got a Minitron. They don't have a Jumbotron. They got a Minitron, so something to look forward to with that. We got a pretty good crowd here. It's cold in here, let me tell you. I am going to articulate that clearly up front. It is a few degrees colder than normal in here, so it's going to be an uncomfortable little thing here, but we don't care. We wear extra padding and clothes, and we keep ourselves warm. We're going to tell you about the Sabercats. We're going to tell you about their record. We're going to tell you about our record. We got some fun history for you tonight, hockey and otherwise, and we are going to have a rousing game. We got 1 minute left on the clock in the warm-up, and then we'll have opening ceremonies, line introductions, and then we will get going. Full rack of coaches here too. All three coaches on the bench tonight, so that's nice. Appreciate having everybody here tonight. See if we get anybody from far-flung locations. We'll see. And tonight was one of the first nights, and Tuesday, that we didn't have any technological issues before we got started. So I'm going to put a stat in our column. That's good. We're still coming off of last weekend. 6 days ago, we had our Palmer Lake Outdoor Classic. It was awesome as always, and huge shout out to all our sponsors for making that thing happen. That is a huge event. It's really fun. The boys really look forward to it, and it is really good stuff. And really want to call out the Bradleys. They really put themselves out there for that. They pull it all together. Awesome show of leadership from their end, and just a hats off, kudos to them. Our boys are gathered at their net, having a little discussion, and it's right below me. So Here comes the cheer. There it is. I have, aspired to mic up one of these boys a couple of times, to get a microphone going out on the rink. I have not been successful about pushing that through the committee, but maybe next year. I don't know. It might not happen this year, but I'm going to say next year maybe we give it a go. Thing we got to worry about is salty language, which never happens in hockey. All right, we're going to have the introduction. We got the entire team out there tonight for the intro, including the two little guys. That's cool.
At forward, number 10, Ian.
Sabercats are going to go first, and they're introducing their squad.
Number 16, Brady Marchette.
Their record reflects that they're having a tough season, the Sabercats. They come in tonight. They've only won 3 games, but they put down 9, and in their bracket, they've lost all 4 of their games. So they're having a tough season. But they're doing the intros down there, and they're dancing into place. And we wish them luck tonight. Got 4 zebras out of the pen, and they're going to be running the show here. And we'll keep them well fed. Get them back to the zoo after the game. Here's the starting lineup for your Lewis Palmer Rangers. Here we go. They're introducing the little guys first. That's awesome. You're not seeing it live, but they just introduced it. It's off camera. That we're all focused on the video on the Sabercats, but they've got a couple of little guys out there, which is great.
Rangers at forward, a junior, number 13, Silas
Bailey getting the start.
At forward, a sophomore, number 77, Connor Bantow.
There's Bantow getting the start tonight.
Chase Gallagher.
Mr. Gallagher, welcome to the starting lineup tonight.
Senior, number 32, Nick Time.
There he goes. He's a defenseman. Time getting the start. Luke Bradley getting the start. Our team captain. Way to go.
A senior, number 33, Chase Vaughn.
And of course our goalkeeper. Man, he's having a lights out year. Yeah, Vaughn, I tell you, hats off to him. Big shout out to Vaughn. He is just doing it. He's cutting it up and doing great this year. All right, we are going to have the national anthem.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise and move your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
There it is, the best song in America. And we've got it done, and our boys are taking their positions and getting ready. Got to put the all-important helmets on. There was one time when they didn't play hockey with helmets. That was a long time ago. I don't know how the hell they did it. That's why a dentist's dream, I tell you. But not anymore. We play it safe at this level, and they've even got neck guards now. Another mandatory piece of equipment these days. That was added over the last few years. Some boys wear mouth guards, some don't. The dismay of the parents. Okay, we got time. Bailey. We got Van Tal, Gallagher, and Bradley. And then in the goal, we've got Vaughn. And here we go. We got 17 minutes on the clock in the first period. And puck drop. We are underway. Drops back to LP. Gallagher gets it. He works it past the jumping referee. And Bailey's going to press it ahead and go around the defense. He gets picked off behind the goal. It's going to get shoveled back up the boards. SaberCats are pushing it. I'll tell you, these SaberCats are not small kids. They've got at least a foot on our boys, but let's see if that matters tonight. All right, back the other way it goes. Great big kid on defense. My gosh, that's 17. He is a bookend. This is going to press ahead. Shot. Gets shoved aside, and that one gets shoved aside, and they score. Our boys are not off to a very good start. That was a pretty juicy rebound that trickled through Vaughn's legs, and their number 16 was there to bat at home. So they're off the bat on the scoreboard first, 1-0 SaberCats. Our boys are playing a little loose, so let's see if we can pick it up here. Line change. We got number 5, Sass. He's rejoining us tonight. I don't think he was there the other night. Maybe I was mistaken. But Saber's going to give chase. He's going to drop it back, and he's going to work it over to Black, who's going to work it up the boards, or at least try to. That goes off the glass. Sharon's got it. He's pressing it ahead. Over the blue line it goes. Now they're on the fun end. Saber's got it. He drops the handle. That works back to Sharon. A lot of traffic on him, but he's going to work it around, and that's going to get shoved out. No call on the trip, but it was a clear trip. No squawking from the fans. Saber swats that ahead towards the keeper, pushes it behind the goal. It's getting batted around, but at least they're maintaining the offensive end. That gets shoved back in by Moore, getting batted around. Still in there. Saber drops it to Sharon. Nice little play there. Got a shot off there. That was pretty sweet. It was a nice little dish from Saber. Another flick. Moore's trying to get one off. He gets stick lifted. He's getting batted around. We got Clark out there. He's swatting it around. They're still in the offensive end. It's getting poked around. Goes by the Monument Gulch. That gets swatted all the way down. The hand is up, and there's the icing call. That was a much better line there. Nice little show of force there on the offensive end. That's what we need. We need to keep the pressure up down there. We got Tom and Bradley back out there. We got Britton, Clark, and I can't see the number, but I'll try to call it here in a second. That's Jones. Jones, the spotlight player the other night. We do have a new spotlight player tonight. Evan Black, you're in the lights, brother. So we're going to be talking about you tonight. There goes Luke. He's going to go end to end. And he drops it all the way across the ice to a waiting Clark, who bats it ahead. Turn and shoot. That is actually Clark. That was time on the defensive end. Nice little work down there by the Monument Gulch to keep it out. Batted it into the center. Can't get a shot off. There's just too many guys out there. Turn and shoot. Couldn't get it just a little wide. That goes to the corner. Boys are keeping up the pressure. Now it's going to drop back. Looking for a set. Oh, nice! Yes! Nice little pass there to Clark, who swatted it home over the keeper's shoulder. So we even up the score. 1-1 is the score. 14 minutes left on the clock in the first period. That's what we need, an equalizer. That got the crowd all livened up. Boys get some love over there on the bench. And Clark gets a score. And that's his first score of the year, so they pulled the puck over the boards, and that's going to go home with Clark. Good job, Clark. Okay, we got the starting lineup out there. There's Tom. He's swatting it around. Bailey works it ahead. There goes the Gallagher. He gets pulled off of the puck and shoved into the bench. Ouch. He's still in it though. SaberCats have got it, and they're going to press it up through the crease. Swats it up to a waiting player. Nice little cross-ice pass on their part. Bradley's trying to work it back up the boards. A couple of players come together in a heap. Look out. Nice little centering pass on their part. And now we're going to be able to press it up and out of the zone, I think. Not yet. Everybody wants the puck. All right, Luke works it off of the glass, and they do finally get it out. Our boys are going to go for a line change. Here comes Saber off the bench. This guy's streaking through the center. He's still got it, but he gets picked up on a stick lift. Shot attempt was just missed. Time gets it up to Saber. He's getting worked over on the boards. He's getting pulled right off that puck, muscle style. Forget about the puck sometimes. You just got to play the man. Nice shot on another number 28. That puck was bouncing around in a very dangerous spot. Defense didn't pick it up, and another score on SaberCats' point. So they're up 2-1. A couple of errant plays. I tell you, our boys are having a hard time clearing it out of the zone, and they are going to get talked to over there. Coach is leaning into them. And yeah, just a couple of sloppy plays back here, and that led to scores. An unorthodox start for our boys, and let's see if we can get another equalizer here. Okay, that was Jones that was pushing it in. Clark shoves that player against the boards. Number 28 is getting the stat for the score. I think that was a solo effort. Britton gets that player, just dumped him on the butt. That was a solid hit. Now he's getting picked up. Black, it's our spotlight player. He gets a shot off, leaks out of the zone, so here it comes the other way. And a nice little defensive play on Black. He picked that up and he shut it down. That didn't get anywhere close to the keeper. Moore gets a shot off. That goes wide behind the keeper. Down there over by the Monument Gulch. Look out. That gets plucked out of the sky. Could have been a carry, but wasn't. Our boys pick it up. There's Black. He shoves it down the boards. Goes the other way around the roundabout. Nice little play there to work it up to the point. Look out. Dangerous play. Vaughn picked that one up. Good save by Vaughn. Number 16, Jones swats it down and gets it out of the zone. Moore gets that. He shoves it down. That's going to be icing all day long. But a line change nonetheless. We're going to get Luke and Time back out there. Let's see who else we got. We got Lent and we've got Helland. Hello, Helland. Hello, Helland and Rowe. I think these are their first minutes tonight. SaberCats are looking pretty lively this evening. Time works it over to Luke, who works it around the boards. That goes up to the point. Shot. Tip was unsuccessful. Vaughn shut that down on a redirect. But SaberCats are working it around pretty good, so gonna have to show some defensive spirit. All right, here comes Britton coming out. We got Britton, Jones, Clark are replacing that line. And we're set up, and here we go with a puck drop. Zebra separates a couple of players, and Britton shows some muscle to get it up and to the point. Couldn't get it out. Our boys are spending too much time on the defensive end. That one leaks up. Britton's going to give chase. He gets it. He's going to work it through. Can't get a shot off, but he actually picked it up himself and worked it through a couple of players and shoved it in on the keeper. Keeper was able to pick that one up. Nice play on his part. Here comes Gallagher, Bailey, Moore, and Black. 11 minutes is showing on the clock here. This has been some pretty good back and forth play so far, and SaberCats, they're showing some spirit. They're up on our LP Rangers 2-1 right now. Puck drop goes to the corner. 4 guys piled up over there. It's a train wreck. Gets shoved back around. Weird bounce. You get those here at the Monument Ice Rinks. It hit off one of the glass tiles and Bounce right to the keeper. You wouldn't have expected that, but you got to expect it a little bit here in the Monument Rinks. That leaks by Black, who lifts it up and out. Good play on his part. That gets it to the neutral zone. Oh, no, almost a break there. Mantel almost had a breakout. Here come the SaberCats the other way. That gets shut down and shoved to the side. Another little dangerous thing. It was working through the crease. Vaughn picked that up easy. Glove save on his part. And we got a line switch here. Time, Saber, Sharon, and Sass. Their last shift was pretty short because the whistle came quick, and whenever a whistle hits on our team, they usually change up the line. Not every time, but most of it. Saber's got it. He's going to work it up to Sharon, who's got it. He goes through the center, loses his stick. He picks it back up. He got his stick pulled out of his hands. Got to have that for that's an important piece of equipment for hockey. Sharon's got it right out front, and then it goes right past him. But some good opportunities there. That goes easy swat to the side by Vaughn. That's getting shipped around. Sharon's there to pick it up. Saucer pass over to Bradley, who's going to work it cross ice to a breaking Sharon. One of those things is going to work here pretty soon. Sharon and Saber and Sass have been working it through the center, and they're getting some good breakouts. Here comes Luke the other way. He pulls it to himself. Turnover at the blue line. It's going to go the other way. Saber goes for a change out. Nice little maneuver there by the SaberCat. Time works it up to Sharon, who's going to break it through the center. He's still got it. Loses the handle, but get a shot off, and that goes into the breadbasket of the keeper. He's still genuflecting out there. Got both of his pillows on the ice. Well, I don't know where everybody is out there, but it is cold here. We had a really good run of warm weather it was weird, for at least a month. We were getting 50s and 60s. Even this past week we were up there, but the worm turned, and we're definitely feeling some cold pressure right now. I think the whole country's going to have some problems over the next few days, especially in the South. And I am from the South, and I can tell you, I have been there when these kind of storms came through, and it's very sad because some people are going to have some problems, and some people are going to go over the bridge, I think, this weekend. When the power goes out and trees fall out of the sky, it can turn deadly easy, and some people just they forget. They walk underneath that tree and they take a hit on the head, and it just closes them out. But anyway, back to the game. I wish the best for everybody down there in the South. They're going to have a hard time. All right, more defensive zone time. We could do without this. Boys are trying to get the thing up and out. That does chip up and out, but the hand is up, so it's going to come right back. Icing is the call. Can't do that. That would be an interesting rule change for hockey. If a team ices the puck more than 10 times, what should be done there? Acid drip? I don't know. Something terrible. Bradley flicks that over to Time, works it back up to Britton, who's going to work it down the far side boards. Centering pass goes right through the crease behind the breaking player. Good idea, though. That chips, they're swatting it around, and then they lose the handle. It goes back up to Bradley and past Time's stick, so turnover there. Would very much like to see some more shots. That would be pretty sweet. The hand was up, but it dropped. Everybody tagged up, so no offsides. Here comes a really big 21 player. He's showing some speed down the corner. Hit was unsuccessful. 28's trying to work it through the center. Denied. But that one's going to connect. Vaughn chips that out. Swatting around. Bradley tries to take out one of the stripes. All right, Time's got that, and they're going to adjust. We're getting some line changes here. Nice little pass to Clark, who works it over to Sass. He's breaking up through the center. Couldn't get it to Sharon. Saber comes off the bench with some steam, and he shoves that player off the stick. Saber's got it. He's going to work it back to the defensive zone. Cross-ice pass to not one but two players that were bunched up over there. Sharon's got it. Black shoves it in. No one's there to take it home. Back the other way it goes. More nice little takeaway there. Saber's got it. Works it through to Sass. Nice little play there. Sharon's way up there. Chips past him. Sharon gives him a little love tap down there. There's more. He's going to work it right through the center. He gets a shot off, but keeper had eyes on that all for at least a month. Got to get some redirects. Redirects is what scores at this level. No penalties yet. We got 6 minutes on the clock in the first period yet. Vaughn's doing a good job in the goal. Those goals are not on him. Just bad chippy play that went their way. Sometimes it does come down to the bounce. Got Heskett out there, number 6. He's going to work it back. High stick is the call, so we're going to get a face-off somewhere. Let's see where the Zebras circle up. Looks like it's going to come down on our end. We were the errant party. There goes Heskett. Bradley. Mantal's out there. Moore, Black, Gallagher, and we got Bailey. To the corner it goes, and around all the way to Bailey. Tries to get it past it. Now he does. Goes center ice. That gets worked across to a really big 17. He puts it on the keeper. Easy save by Vaughn. And we're going to get a little bit of a break here. Here we go with Bantow. He puts it to the corner. That goes over to Black. Pass goes through traffic, so no icing. That's going to go end to end. Moore's getting up a little tender. Looks like he took a hit down here in the corner. No call. And he worked his way back to the bench. He couldn't even get over the wall. Black's going to go solo effort to get it up into the zone. Nobody is up there with him. He is the only guy in the zone right now. It would be good if we went down there and helped the poor soul Black. He was going solo. That trickles down to Vaughn, and he just puts a mitt on it and shuts it down. That was funny. There was nobody out there with Black. Where was the rest of the team? Bradley's talking to one of the refs about the hit that was placed on Moore. I think they missed one. Not a good play. Tries to take out that same Zebra with the 6 ounces of vulcanized rubber at speed at his head. Didn't connect. The ref was able to dodge that. Here comes Sabercats the other way. This does not look like a 3-9 team, I tell you. They're showing a little bit of flavor and speed. So maybe they've just been playing the teams from the north. The teams from the north, they're always dominant. I mean, they come out of Denver. There's 16 million kids up there, and they take the best for these high school teams. So it's the usual suspects. Valor, Regis Jesuit. You know, you got Poudre Valley is the super dominant play. Denver East. They've got some good skill on that team. Huge shot, low and wide, but that was a pretty good shot. Britton's got it. He's going to work it over to Clark. We haven't had a shot, a good one at least, in a little while, so we need to pick up our game here a little bit. Line changes so things get slowed down. We've got 4 minutes on the clock in the first period. pop it behind the keeper there. Centering pass, couldn't get to Sharon. Black's got it. He's going to poke it behind the net. Going there. Sharon's got it. Sabres breaking through some center ice. Shot from Sharon. He gets upended. And Sass has got it. He's trying to work it over to Sabre. Sabre's got it. He centers it to Sharon. Nice little pass there. But Sharon couldn't get a shot off in time before he got harassed. Oh, nice little save there by the SaberCats. This is the kind of pressure we need. Sass has got it. Nice little dump play. Sabre's got it. And he works it into the chest of the keeper. Nice little opportunity there. Good give and go by Sass, Sabre, and Sass. Sabre couldn't get it by the goalie to finish off the play, but really good play there by that line. Sabre, Sass, and Sharon. Black was backing up, and that was some good speed and finesse there. Good job on that line. Here comes the SaberCats the other way, and that player gets shoved off the board. And then he gets a love tap into the boards. Van Taus looking for an outlet pass. He fans on that. That goes over to Gallagher. Hand is up, but it didn't go far enough. Here we go. Bailey's going to try to center it. Oh, goes right past Van Taus' stick. Saucer pass couldn't connect. A couple of SaberCats come together there. I've been saying that I've been wanting to go up there and get a T-shirt from the SaberCats high school. I think I kind of need one of those, but I haven't been able to get up there yet to get one. I don't know if they've got a way to order them online. Okay, got some fresh legs coming out. Britton, Black, Moore. We got Clark, and we've got, I can't see the number, Jones. There it is, Jones. Over to Clark it goes. He pushes it up to Jones, who's going to just dump and chase. It goes all the way around the boards. Britton's got not one but two guys on him, and then Jones goes over there and pushes that other kid around. Shot up into the net. Okay. Everybody's swirling around looking for an outlet to get a face-off. We got 2 minutes on the clock in the first period. SaberCats are up 2-1. There goes Black. Going to work it over to Moore. We're going to tell you about Black, by the way, in the second period. Going to focus on him tonight. Okay, around it goes. Britton gives a nice shield there. No, that gets waved off, so time's going to, no, that's Clark. He's going to go over and try to get a handle on it. Centering pass, unsuccessful. And here it goes the other way. Oh, shot. Vaughn got it. Nobody was there. He just drops it over to Sharon. Sharon's going to go on a solo effort up through the center. Still got it. Shot, hot shot, really good one. Sabre tries to get it back to breaking Sass, but it gets picked up and pushed the other way. Got 1 minute on the clock. They're going to get a shot. Oh, just gets pushed to the corner, and then number 5 blows a tire. He's looking at himself and a little embarrassed. People are swatting on the glass. Sharon, oh, that looked like a goal. Wow, that was really close. He got a backhand shot off, and it went, apparently it went just wide. It was really hard to pick up through the netting here. Had a good round of offensive flavor there. They're going to pull that line off the ice, and we're going to get some fresh legs out there. Here comes Bailey, Gallagher, and Van Taus. That 14, 39, and 5 line is looking pretty lethal tonight. They haven't scored yet, but I think it's just a matter of time. 1 minute left in the clock in the first period. Zebras teasing a puck drop. They finally do it. Shot. Close that down pretty quick, but a nice shot from the blue line nonetheless. You get some of the JV players that are standing down here in the corner on the west end of the rink, and whenever something goes on down there, they're swatting at the glass. Sorry to yawn in your ear. That was That was rude of me. Nice little play there, and they finally get it home. They keep on swatting at it, and they get it done. It was just bouncing around in front of the keeper, and it was 3 swats was what took it to get it home. Van Tau was able to lift that up and pass the keeper to equalize before we go into the locker room. Very nice. Keeper was having a hard time covering, and they just kept at it. Don't give up. Sometimes the trashy plays are the ones that work. Okay. Let's see if we can get another one before we go in. We got 35 seconds to do so. Let's get chipped around. That lifted the spirits of these boys. They're showing a little bit more speed. Luke Bradley got the assist. 20 seconds left. Chipping around. Britton's going to try to work this around, and he just gets poked off. And wrestling match out there. The boys are starting to push each other around. Hey, why not? Let's get a little physical. There's Black and there's the horn. Our boys are going to go in tied 2-2. 2-2. We're going to get an ice cut here. That was a fun round of hockey. I enjoyed that. Hope you did too. There go our boys into the locker room, and they're going to get a breather while this ice cut happens. I don't see the Zamboni backing up yet. I'm going to have to take him out of his hammock. Need that driver. Maybe no ice cut. Maybe I could go down there and do some donuts on the ice. It'd be the first time, but I've seen it done so many times, I think I could figure it out.
Is this your little girl?
There's a little girl that's lost. She's wandered around over here. She's probably 3 years old walking around. She is totally lost. There we go. She has been reattached to its owner. Where's that Zamboni at? There goes the door. He's opening it up now. All right, so I'm going to take a break, and we'll come back to you live here in a little bit. In the meantime, enjoy the Zamboni spinning around out there. Always fun.
Score after 1.
Our boys are starting to show a sign of life over there in the locker room door. No sign of the SaberCats, but the Zamboni's still doing its work. Little update from Denver. Colorado Avalanche have been killing it all this year, but they've only lost a few games at home. I mean, really a few, like 3. And they're down 5-3 with about 10 minutes left in the third period. So it'll be interesting to see how that shapes up. We'll be watching that. Okay, let me give you a few minutes about, I want to tell you about Castleview High School here. They're up at Castle Rock. They opened up in 2006. It's a really big school. It's got 1,800 students, and their hockey program, like it is here, they get fed in by 3 different schools. Their home rink is up there in South Denver, so they get to drive around quite a bit. I don't see any. Let's see, any notable alumni here. None. I guess nobody's come out of there in a super famous way. But there's time. Maybe it's this year. Who knows? One of those kids is going to go off and be a senator or a congressman or something crazy. Okay, it is a big school. I've driven by it, and it's still, I'd put it still in the relatively new, even though it's 20 years old. There's some schools that have been around a lot longer than that. But that's some interesting stuff about Castleview. Now I want to talk about Mr. Black. He's our focus player of the day, and we want to focus in on him. Evan Black. He listed his goals this season for scoring, create chances to score, and blocking shots. Makes sense. He's on the defensive side of things. Number 11 is his number that he wears on his jersey. He wants to make the playoffs this year, and he wants a winning record. That's team goals. Best team quality, one word, chemistry. I agree. That's a good word. Desired role on the team, he wants to be a leader. He says leadership qualities sought in team captain is being resilient and communication. He's been playing for a little while. He started when he was 5. Most of these players, they start really, really young. That's when you got to get out there and get your legs underneath you. If you don't start early, then, I mean, it's one of these sports. You got the train leaves the station, and if you're not on it, you don't play. Favorite memory, he won the Silver Sticks tournament, and he got to go to Canada. And the Silver Sticks tournament, that's a kind of a prestigious thing, and if you win that, you've done something pretty special. And that is a good thing. Biggest influence, Dylan Aboud and Matt Pulver, who played for the Air Force. Good stuff. Best game, state championship at Ball Arena when he was younger. That, I would agree, would be a big deal. Club hockey, no doubt. Beyond the rink, he plays soccer. He missed a game a few weeks ago because he had to go down to Arizona. And what he wants to do is he wants to study meteorology. He wants to be a weatherman. So maybe he can get some things going this weekend because there's all kinds of stuff going on in the weather. But his interests in Legos. So that's your focus player this week. We want to do a few more of those. We didn't do them in the front half of the year, but we want to bring this out. And Evan Black, look for him. He's going over to the bench right now. Evan Black. He's the 2 pencils sticking up, number 11. And want to put eyes on him and isolate. All right, everybody's coming together. We got the nets in place. The zebras came out of their pen. And everybody's circling up and getting ready to dance. The play is going to be going right to left. That's our LP Rangers. They're going to be going right to left this period. They always change up, and they're going to do that the entire period. So it won't be weird. Okay, Saber, Sash, Sharon. We got Time and Bradley. That's your starting lineup for the second period. And the puck drop, and it goes right back to Luke. Works it up to Saber. He's going to work it over. Got a person that's wide open. Nice little play there. Sash picked it up. Tried to get it home. And It just chipped a little wide. Sabres giving chase. He's showing some speed there. That's what we need. Need for speed. There's Sharon. He's trying to work it through two guys. Gets swatted down. Chippy play in the middle. Shot. Easy pickup. Yes, gets pushed to the side. I get a chuckle because when they try to shoot it like that, I mean, my gosh, it's like, you know, an advertisement 2 days early. They're going to shoot from right there. Sharon's trying to break it out. That goes too long for an icing. But good idea nonetheless. Sabre, Sharon, and Sass are going to go get a breather. Here comes the next line. There's our focus player, Black. And then we got, he's followed by Bailey, Bantal, and here comes Gallagher. Man, is it cold. I am freezing. I am looking forward to getting out of here. But not yet. Little back and forth play there, and it goes behind the keeper. Bouncing around. I think our boys got talked to in the locker room. They're showing a little bit more spirit as they come out in the start of the second period. Here comes Gallagher. That gets pushed to the side by the keeper's stick. And we got 3-4 guys over there on that right-hand side. They clear out, but the touch-up came too early. Moore couldn't break out of the zone fast enough, so we're going to get an offsides call. Still no penalties in the game. That's good. So some even play. The score is 2-2. And puck drop. Going to go LP's way, but it's going to go way back to the end board. Black's got it. He leaves it for Moore. Oh, a couple of guys come. One did a somersault. I don't know if you could see that, but Sabercat got spun around. Dangerous play, and they score. A redirect from a player that was sitting right in front of the keeper. They need to push these people out because that's how they're scoring. They're redirecting the puck. He just had a stick down on the ice, and it just came up and hit him, and Vaughn couldn't pick up the redirect. Rats! So 3-2 is the score. Sabercats. I'd say we've had a bit more time on the offensive end, but they are getting the better of us on the scoring side. Their record is not reflective of their play. At least that's not what I'm seeing. Jones tried to give some flavor, some shoulder to one of those players, and he connected. Chips through, and it goes behind the keeper. It gets picked up. That gets swirled around. And the number 15 gets dumped in the corner, and we're going to get a penalty here. Number 15 got dumped right below the broadcaster's booth, and number 16 Jones is going to go into the bad boys room. 2-minute penalty, just what we don't need. All right, we got Gallagher, Britton. Clark's going to come off. He's going to get replaced by... we don't have enough out there. Now we do. There was one that was hidden. So a little bit of 4-on-3, 4-on-5 hockey here. Let's see. This penalty kill is brought to you by Expired Band-Aid Emporium. The adhesive doesn't stick anymore, and the packaging is from 1987, but they're still technically sterilish. Expired Band-Aid Emporium, better than nothing. Just barely. Now we're going to get a breakout here. Breakout. Let's see if we can shut that down. Oh, just gets plucked to the side. Nice little breakout there, but Gallagher couldn't stick that home, unfortunately. Good opportunity, though. Good save on the Sabercat side. There's Luke trying to get after it, and that gets pushed up and out past the ref there. Sabercats gain the zone again, and they push it behind the keeper. Working around. Bradley gets that, and he works it right down the boards again. 46 seconds left on the penalty. There's Sharon harassing that player, and he's going to work back. Sabres out there. That goes over to Moore's got it. Let's give a chase over to the corner. Looks like they're just going to pin it over there. Sabres there ready to pluck it out, and he does. And he sends it clear down the ice. Nice little clear in there. That's going to pretty much do it. Luke's going to go off for a breather. Sharon's there waiting for the breakout. 17 seconds left on the penalty kill. Nice little move there by our guys. Here come the SaberCats the other way. Sabres giving some chase. He breaks that forward momentum up. That gets lifted up and out. And that's going to kill off the penalty. That's just out of Sharon's hands. Full strength hockey. Here we go. 5-on-5. That ship's long, and that's icing. They were trying to connect with Sabre that was breaking down the other way, and now we're going to get a full line change. 12 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock in the second period. Scores 3-2 SaberCats. That goes over to the boards, and it's chipping around over there. Britton's got it. Dumps it back to a breaking Clark. Nice little play there. Now they're going to get a break the other way. Number 9's not showing a whole lot of speed, but he showed some finesse getting that pass through. That was dangerous. That's chipping around in the middle. Here comes Clark the other way. He's going to go on a solo effort. He's pushing it around. He's got a trailing player. Nice shot. Low. Luke picked that up. And looks like at 22 blew a tire. He went down on his knees. Nice little play there. Clark, he turned around and Luke was breaking behind him. And nice little dump pass for a shot. Just didn't get through. This keeper's showing some spirit. There goes Van Tau. He pushes it back to Time, who shoves it behind the keeper. Centering pass, just too hot, couldn't pick it up. Luke keeps it in. He's going to send it all the way around. That's going to work its way back to Time. Gets a leg on it, stops that momentum, keeps it in the zone. Van Tau goes behind the keeper. That's going to go out of the zone, so they got to touch up. Here comes Luke, works it in. This is they're going to try the forecheck. Unsuccessful. Time's going back there. Sabre comes off the bench, tries to pluck it up to a breaking player, but couldn't get it through. Now he's leaking way up, way deep. Waiting for a breakout pass. Sabre's got it, chips it up, not out. Then it goes out. Sabres give a chase. He upends that player. He centers it to nobody. Nobody was there, but good idea. That goes over to Fawn. He sticks it, and then we got a little bit of a breakout here. Sass is working in. Just too far out of the reach of those players. No arms up. He just fell on his butt. The SaberCat player. That's going to go around. Sabres trying to catch up to it. That's kept in the zone. It's going to go back to Sharon. He's got it. Centering pass goes behind Sabre. Hand is up, but it doesn't go the distance. Black's got it. Trying to work it back to the center. Sass is going to pick that up. A couple of players come together. Black may have been upended. Lead Zebras pointing at one player. Let's see if it's Black or the other player. Looks like they're pulling Black over to the timeout box, so he must have been the errant party. 2 minutes on the board, 12 minutes on the 10 minutes left in the second period. We're going to get a bit of a line change. Coach Bradley's talking to the Zebras, and I'm wishing I had some gloves. Man, it's cold in here. Brr. All right, we picked up the face-off. Score is still 3-3. Oh, both of the players went into the box, so we're still 5-on-5 here. They put a penalty on both sides, so we're 5-on-5 hockey here. No penalty kill. Vaughn was able to put eyes on that, and he did a glove save on it, so that did not advance to the back of the net, thanks to Vaughn. All right, another quick line change here. Both sides are changing up. SaberCats brought a full squad. They've got a full bench over there, so full team on full team. There's the puck drop. Here it goes the other way. Bailey's breaking through, trying to get through 3 players at the same time. Too much dude going the other way. Time, he got dropped. Either that or he tripped, but he was on his face for sure. That goes up and over the glass for a stoppage of play. They got a new puck, and here we go. That's a pretty quick zebra. I think he could outrun a lion. All right, SaberCat gets tossed, and in comes their number 5. They're just like, oh, dangerous. They're just like the Lewis Palmer Rangers. They don't have names on their jersey either. Oh, trip, no call. Here we go. Bailey's going to try to get a shot off, and that goes way up into the ceiling. Good shot, Bailey. If only the net was up there, a scoring net. The SaberCats emblem is a tiger paw, so that's kind of cool. That chips around and it goes SaberCats' way. That goes around the oval, and one player gets upended. LP likes that. Whenever somebody gets a big hit in, all the players they start swatting the boards. It's kind of fun. SaberCats are looking for an outlet. Behind the keeper it goes. He's trying to work it around. Dangerous, but let's see who that is. Hand is up. That's going to go icing, so it's going to come back. Luke dropped it too hard. Heskett goes for a change out. Everybody goes for a change out. Why not? If not one, then why not all? 8:33 left on the clock. Man, they need to turn the heat on in here. It's like 6 degrees in here. The coldest rink in all of Colorado. I don't know what it is, but it's the there's one called the Foothills up in Denver, and it is 600 degrees below zero in there. It's awful. And I went there one time in shorts, and that was a bad choice. Yeah, you come out of there and you need to go to the hospital or something. You can get frostbite in that place. This place tonight reminds me of that a little bit. 8 minutes left on the clock, and these boys are about to come out of the box. They got to wait for a whistle because they got 5 out there. So they're going to stay in there for a little bit longer, but the penalties are off the boards. Clark got away with one. He did a cross check on that player and sent him into the boards. So nice little pickup there. Clark picked it up and he got a shot off, but the keeper was able to see that and got a mitt on it. But Steele right in front of the keeper, and he had a nice little shot, just went a little bit high, right into his glove. Good stuff. All right, we got Lent, we got Heskett, we got Helland out there, Rowe. There we go. That's going to go back to Heskett. He's going to swat it ahead. Bouncing around high. Black, our focus player, he got tripped up. And stoppage of play, Vaughn picked that up and he shut it down, but the net came off of its mooring, so they got to put that back. But that was a flurry of activity. Black, he was backpedaling and he just kind of got tripped up on himself. Here we go for a full line change. The penalty boxes are clear by the errant parties. So, full bench again. Shot. Vaughn pushes that to the corner. It's over there on the boards. That's going to get worked up and out, so that's good. Still got it. Gets pushed ahead. They wave off the icing, but that was definitely a two-line pass. A couple of players are getting pushed around there. There's Bailey. He comes out victorious. Pushes it over to a breaking Bantow, but couldn't get it into the center. Gallagher pushes that behind the keeper. Around the oval it goes. Nobody home in the crease. So it scoots through, and now it's going to work up and through traffic. That goes all the way down. We've had a lot of defensive time this period. I would prefer it going the other way. That got deflected, so no stop. Here comes Sabre boiling off of the bench with speed. He tags up. Now he's got it. He's going to drop it over to Sharon. Gets a shot off, really loading hard. But a nice pass from Sabre to Sharon to get that shot off. Sabre's trying to get some open ice. Gets chipped up to him. He's going to try to catch up to it. Wasn't able to do so. He's got to go tag up. Now he's going to work it over. Now he's got it. He's going to work it back through the center. And he does the 5-hole and pushes it home. Nice little break out there by Sabre. He picks up a puck that was bouncing around. He breaks through the center and he pokes it home through the 5-hole. Nice play. Evens the score. 3-3 is the score. Outstanding. He's going to come off the ice and he's going to get some love on the bench for sure, but that was a really sweet play. That's what we like to see. Sabre puts one on the board, so we're tied up 3-3. 6 minutes left on the clock in the second period. By the way, an update from Denver. Denver, the Avalanche lost at home in standard time, which that's happened very few times this year, especially at home. So I don't know what happened. They dropped one to the Philadelphia Flyers, unfortunately. Wow. I'm still reeling from that awesome goal. Sabre worked it through the middle and he poked it home right through the 5-hole. Really sweet play. That's working around and he goes through the Monument Gulch, gets up into the netting for a whistle. More of that, please. All right, we're back underway here. 5 minutes on the clock. We got Britton out there. We've got Bradley. Their number 21 is just a massive human. It goes to the corner. Gets swatted around and goes to the blue line, chips up and behind the keeper. And that goes for a long ice pass. Britton's going to pull it up, and he's going to go for a solo effort. It gets pushed to the side, but his speed was showing some spirit. Trying to pick up a play here. Britton's in the center, no one there to pass it to him. 4 minutes on the clock. He's trying to get a line change. He's able to do so. Here comes Sass. Here comes Sharon. No, Sharon loses the handle. Clark's still out there, but he can't go in the zone at all. Here comes Saber. Clark tags up with him, and we're going to get a face-off. Time goes for a breather. Here comes Luke. He looks a little bit winded, so we're going to get Moore out there with Black. Saber, Sharon, and Sass. That's the forward line. Zebra with the mustache finally dropped it. Saber's in the hunt. Sharon's there looking for a deflection. That gets pushed up to the sky. I don't know how they do that. They pick it up. Whoa, up into the net. Okay, we're going to get a line change. They didn't get a whole lot of time out there on that shift. Bailey comes out, Bantow, we got Gallagher. Perfect, 3-3-3 up on the board. And a scrum fighting for that thing, a lot of sticks. Got caught up in the mesh. Sabercat couldn't get control of the puck. He left it right at the blue line, so he couldn't go in with it. Sabercat got it, cross ice pass successful, but it works wide and out. So they got to clear out again. Getting a little bit more offensive end time, which is fine by me. Bantow giving chase. Picks it up, tries to work it back center. Almost able to do so, but just leaked right off the end of his stick. Here goes through the center. Nice little shutdown there. Poke check. Worked that off the stick of the Sabercat. There's a ton of snow over there. There's a ton of snow. Get the shovel out. Man, that's bad over there. Got a penalty on the Sabercats, so we're going to get a power play here. Outstanding. Oh, let's have some fun here. This power play is brought to you by We Tried Our Best Dry Cleaning. Your shirts come back cleaner-ish, but we promise the stain is actually gone. We tried our best, effort counts. We tried our best dry cleaning. Let's see if we can't get another point on the board. That'd be nice. Saber's got it on the blue line, works it up to Sass. He's looking for an outlet. Nice little low shot. He's able to pick it back up and keep it in the zone. Bradley lets one go, and it leaks past the keeper for a score. Nice! When in doubt, put it on the keeper, and that's what Bradley did. And no, that was Sass. I think that was it Sass or Bradley? It was somebody, one of those two. But we got a score, and power play is successful. Outstanding. Our boys are giving each other a high five and a forearm bash out there. Well deserved. 4-3 is the score. I think that was Bradley. And we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock. That just chipped right past the keeper here, right below the announcer's booth, and worked up and in.
Number 14, Colin Saber, assisted by number 18, Luke Bradley, and number 5, Sebastian Sass.
Nice shot, but Vaughn swatted that to the left. Saber's breaking back, and he puts it to the center. Dangerous pass. Bradley's got it. He's going for a long ice pass, but that's going to go for icing. Sass is trying to go down there and pick that one up. Let's see if we get a line change here. Probably will. The whistle blew. Like a motor skill. Saber got the assist on that last goal. Yeah, our boys are putting some points on the board. That just popped through all the legs and through the keeper for a point on the board. We'll take it. Man, if I had a genie here, I would rub that bottle and I would get some gloves and a hat. That'd be nice. 2 minutes left on the clock, and outlet pass finds Jones, works it across to Clark. He drops it for Britton. Then he gets it back. Nice little saucer pass. Tries to chip it to Britton. Not able to do so, but we're getting some pretty good low-angle shots, and that's what we need. They're just leaking a little bit wide. The boys putting that on the keeper would be better. But I like the speed of these short shots, and I like the trajectory of them. Here comes Black on a solo effort, working it around. Nice little play there. Something happened. We got a, looks like an interference, so we might go on the power play again. Yep. Number 22 on the SaberCats is going into the bad boy box. And we are going to get another power play. Very nice. Power play is brought to you by Phil's Snow Removal. We'll plow the main streets eventually, but your neighborhood is honestly pretty low on our priority list. Phil's Snow Removal will get to your street someday. Okay, up and out it goes. We got 2 minutes on the clock, but we got 1 minute left in the period. Sabres backing up, and he's going to work it up himself. Dumps it to a player, and that's a turnover. It goes the other way. Sabres going to have to go muscle him off the puck. Not able to do so. Now Sabres got it. He dumped past it to somebody, but somebody just kind of kept on skating forward, so miscommunication there. Our boys are spending too much time on the defensive side of things. Need to go down and get set up. Sabres pushing people around. 24 seconds on the clock. Let's see if we can come down here and get a score. Luke's going to go behind the keeper. He gets shoved off the puck. That's a good defensive play. Sharon's got it. He's got 7 seconds to do something with it. Trying to work it around the end. Couldn't get it. Oh, nice shot right there at the buzzer. And couldn't finish. And then a couple of players, 16 on 16, are shoving each other. Couple of players are getting some, giving each other some Bible verses out there, no doubt. That was 16 on 16 violence. Okay, so we're going to come out of the locker room, up 1 score. 4-3 is the score, and we are going to have another minute of power play on the flip side of this equation. So our boys are going to walk off, and they're going to get a breather and get the talking to, and I am going to go find a heat source of some kind, and I'll rejoin you in just a few minutes. All right? Thanks again for joining us tonight, and we'll be back with you in just a little bit. All right? Back. Period 3 is about to get underway. I stepped out into the stands to say hello to some fans, and I'm glad I did because we got some police activity here at Monument Ice Rinks. I found out that there's a guy over there, and I guess he got out of hand in the stands, and he was swearing and cussing and drinking, and he was acting a fool. So police showed up. So we got some striped shirts over in the stands. Okay, we're back underway. Saber's got it. He's working it back around. He loses the handle. Luke's got it. Pokes it up to Sharon. We're still on the power play. We got 40 seconds left to go. Sharon's going to try to work it through traffic. Dump pass goes to Bradley, who's going to tee it up for a shot. Nice little shot, just a little wide. Sharon's got it again. Works it back over to Bradley. Tees up another one. That worked last time, but the keeper was able to get that shut down. So we got Saber, Sharon, Sass, we got Jones, and Bradley out there. 24 seconds left on the power play. I still see that guy over there talking to the police. He is really going at it with them. Somebody's going to get arrested. How about that? Saber's got it. He's looking for an outlet and pops it over to Luke. Whoa, that was very close, just wide. And that's going to go out of the zone. That's going to finish up the power play. Saber's going to go solo effort down the other way. He's still got it. Looking for an outlet. Goes too wide for Sharon. Now he's going to go get a breather. See if we can keep it in the zone. We do so. Black was there, our spotlight player. Go Black. Keeps it in the zone. Bailey tried to push it ahead, but it just worked right off his stick. Nice little poke check there by Black. Poked it right off of that guy's stick. Now he's going on a solo effort, and he swats it behind the keeper. Saucer pass, unsuccessful, goes to a Sabercat player over to the Monument Gulch, who puts his hand out. Got to watch out for that Monument Gulch. There's Britton. No, not Britton, Bantal. The Bees. The fellow's still over there talking to the police. Hey, we love it. A little bit of controversy here. Monument Ice Rinks. Everybody was all bent out of shape over there. And there's actually a chocolate lab puppy running around too in here. Cutest thing ever. He's just this club-footed thing and got to pet the animal. Big shot! That was a laser beam from the line. Bradley just unloaded on that one. It's one Sabercat against 5. Good luck. Around it goes. And time pushes that over to Bradley. He's got all day long. Long shot there, and that's going to go way down the ice. Looks like the police are still here, but they're not talking to that guy anymore. I wonder what happened over there. No, they are still talking to him. They're taking a statement. A little excitement in Monument. Yeah, they're still talking to him. I'm going to keep you abreast of that. It'd be awesome if we could see a fight. Saber's there. Works it right up into the breadbasket of the keeper, but he had another good opportunity. He was breaking down the far side, and he got a nice shot off. Sass, Sharon, Saber, Black, and Moore. That's your lineup right now. Turnover at the blue line. Sass not able to keep it. Hands up, icing is the call. Okay, looks like that guy's getting walked out. He's a pretty big dude. The police are 3 deep on that guy, and they're going to walk him out. I wonder what's going to happen to him. Apparently he was mouthing off over there and a lot of profanity. Who knows? But hey, At least it's not me. He's vacating the premises. I wondered what the police were showing up out front. I walked out to the vestibule and I saw some police cars out there. And I was like, what the heck are they doing? Are they hockey fans too? So anyway, back underway here on the ice. Got a line change. That gets scooped up high, and the keeper got a mitt on it. That gets pushed through the traffic, and Van Taal's going to go for a change. Out comes Britton with speed. He's in the hunt. And it's getting pushed around. Wow, that's a huge player. Number 17, man, that kid is big. That gets teed up. Dangerous little play there. Vaughn, he clapped it out of the sky and it bounced right down to the crease, and it was anybody's puck. Here comes Jones, is out there in the hunt. Pushes it up to number 23. Nice little play there by Britton, who pushes it out of the zone. They got to tag up. They do so. The hand comes down. Here comes Moore with a full head of steam. He gets pushed right off of the puck. Black chips it up and into the netting. They didn't call it, but that was clearly a net. Now they do. Hands are up. They just slow whistle. Okay, we got full lineup here. Sass is trying to get that. Sharon comes out victorious out of the pile. He's going to work it past Saber. He's on his backhand. Can't get it past. Saber still got it over by the Monument Gulch. Centering pass goes through traffic. Sharon is on his backhand again. Saber works that right to the keeper slowly, but somebody couldn't break in to get a stick on it. 4-3 is your score. 12 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock. Had some good opportunities in this third period so far. And see if we can get another one here. Saber's in the hunt. He gets chipped back to... Oh, there it is right there. Oh, it's right out front. That gets pushed off of its moorings. That was a very juicy rebound. The keeper down there, he's getting some love taps because they know he got lucky on that one. Oh, that was really close. Sharon was right on it. He just couldn't get it under control to push it ahead and past the keeper. Let's see, this day in history. Let's give you a little bit of history here. What happened on this day in January 23? That's not what I need. Why not? Let's see here. 1556, that was a little while ago. The deadliest earthquake in history struck a province in China. The death toll was almost 1 million people. That is something else. Deadliest earthquake in history, 1556. The Royal Exchange opened in London on 1571. That's been open for a while. Wonder if they get any bathroom breaks. Nice little pluck out of the sky by Black, reaching up, putting the mitt on it and shutting it down. Back to the history lesson today. 1849, Elizabeth Blackwell became the first woman in the United States to receive a medical degree, graduating from Geneva Medical College. Isn't that cool? 1912, the first International Opium Convention was signed at The Hague. Netherlands, in 1920, refused to surrender exiled Kaiser Wilhelm II of Germany. All right, the hands up. That's your history lesson today. Charles Lindbergh, by the way, He testified before the U.S. Congress in 1941. He was a big figure. All right, back underway for hockey. Why not? Here comes the line. We got Clark there, Britton breaking through the center, and it works. Stays in the zone. Still in. It's getting lost in skates. There's a lot of traffic over there. That puck got gobbled up in the keeper's gear for a stoppage of play. This has been the funny bounce period, bouncing around all over the place. Okay, so here we go for some more action. Working around, and Britton's got it for a moment. Oh, almost a breakthrough the crease. Here we go. We got Luke dropping back, and he just pushes it up on the boards. Gets it out of the zone. Good idea. Boys giving chase. That gets cut off. Past my bedtime. That worked off of Bradley's stick, and I know that player. Number 13 is Dylan. Hello, Dylan. Number 13 on the SaberCats. We played club hockey with that kid. He was swatting Luke around a little bit. Okay, here comes your Moore, Sass, Saber, Black, and Sharon line. We're sub 10 minutes on the clock here in the third period. Our boys are still up one score. Sharon saucer passes that to Saber, who dishes it to Sass. He pokes it into the zone, and our boys are going to try to get it on the forecheck. Saber's got it, so yeah, we're successful on the forecheck. He's given a pass over to Bradley, who couldn't get it. Now that was Moore. Saber's got it. No, that's Sharon. And I keep on wanting to pronounce his name, Sharon. Sharon, get it in your head. All right. Moore swats that. Saber's got it. He's going on a solo effort, working it around. Nice little shot there. And he tries to poke it back. Still got it on his stick. Juicy rebound. Nice little move there by Saber. He's worked it through traffic and almost got another point on the board. Saber showing some spirit tonight. Moore works it up to Gallagher, and it's chipped, but not in the right spot. They wave it off for the icing, so that goes full distance. Around it goes, and up past that guy to Time. Pokes it down, and yeah, he gets it over the blue line. Now we got a little bit of a breakout here. Britton. Oh, gets cut off. That kid laid down on his chest and stopped the momentum of the puck going into the crease. Our boys are it's just 1 second of timing off. Oh, up into the net for a stoppage of play. This is one of those rinks that's got a net that goes all the way around the rink. So very few pucks go out of play for Souvenirs. But the only place that's open, and I've seen a couple of coaches get hit by pucks that come up there, it's the coaches area. All right, Bradley's gonna try to work it around the oval to get it up and out. Jones tries to poke it through and couldn't do it. Time's got it to see if he's successful. It's still bouncing around. Not out of the zone just yet. Here comes a shot. Look out. Hot shot goes just wide. Still dangerous. It's working around there, but too much traffic. It bounced off a couple of players' feet. Let's see if these guys can clear the zone. My goodness, they've been down here for a while. Bradley is trying to clear it out. Now this is going to come. Britton scoots that over to Clark, who gets a low shot off, goes way wide. At least we were able to clear the zone. Britton slams that kid against the boards. Poke check unsuccessful by Sharon. Soccer play pushes that to a kid that's just coming off the bench. As a dump play. Nice giving chase, works it over to Time. Off the boards, the ref gets it into the play. Here comes Black and Saber off the bench. And Moore's going to join them. Boys are giving chase on the offensive end. Keep it in. Sharon's there, just swirling. That goes way up over the head of the keeper, who reached up and tried to grab it. Saber's got it. Works it to Sharon. He's stick side. Gets a shot off, but the keeper closed that angle down. Sharon gets it to Saber. Centering pass goes just wide and out. Moore throws that back in. Saber's got to go back and tag up. Sass is going to go to the bench for a breather. He's replaced by Bantal. Nice little play there by Moore. He put a mid up on it. Hot shot. Saber's going to drop back, and he's going to pick this thing up. He's got all day. The Saber Cats are going for a line change. Nice little stretch pass there by Moore. And that would have been a juicy rebound, but didn't leak out in front of the keeper. That was a lot of time that came off the clock. We got 5 minutes, 31 seconds on the clock. Shot short side, unsuccessful. It goes all the way through the crease. Luke just pushes that around the boards behind the net. Goes wide and out. Time's got it. Over to Bradley. Stretch pass over the other way. Bailey tries to connect with Bantal. Here it comes the other way, the breakout. Unsuccessful. Bradley's just going to throw that right back in. These hard arounds, they're going too hard, and they're coming around with such velocity that they go out of the zone on the other side. Britton's out there. He's giving chase. That player just gets thrown right off of the play. Good play by Luke. If you're going to come down and try to deke everybody, you just put a body on them. And that is totally legal. And work it through the other side. Dangerous play, went right over the top bar. When I say right over, it was like 3 feet, but it did chip over the side. Another attempt at a redirect, unsuccessful. But they're getting some opportunities here. Boy, they're having a hard time getting it out. Nice little save by Vaughn. Excellent save. He saw that coming from the blue line. Our boys are starting to swat each other around. Clark puts a butt on number 10. Now it's pinned up against the boards. We got 4 guys over there. Britton's going to go join the fun. And Luke does a smart thing. He just swatted it up and was able to get it out of the zone. They needed a touch-up. Vaughn shuts that one down. They needed a little bit of a breather there. 3 minutes, 30 seconds on the clock. Now we got Moore, Sharon, Sass, Saber, and Black out there. 3 minutes, 36 seconds on the clock. Shot differential is, well, it's not much. We've had 37 and the other team has had 31. That goes to Moore. Goes to Saber. Cross-ice pass to a breaking Sass. Gets it over to Sharon. See if he can put one of those laser beam shots on it. Saber swirling in the middle, waiting for a pass. Goes through the crease, but gets picked up by a Saber Cat. There's Sharon. He's over there in the Monument Gulch. There goes the puck, way down there in that crease. Couldn't even see it for a second. Saber's got it. Looking for an outlet. Goes to the point. Black just shoves it behind the net. Thought I heard a whistle. Saber, he's got it back to the point again. Moore's got it. Still in there. Gets deflected up into the net. We're going to get a line change here. 2 minutes, 45 seconds on the clock. 4-3 is your score. Close game. Both teams have had a lot of opportunities. A lot. Okay, we got Bradley, time. Gallagher is pulling some minutes. We got Bantow, and we've got Bailey. Bailey's giving chase. That's going to go up and over the blue line. Chip couldn't work through traffic. It was every last player but the keepers were in the neutral zone all at the same time. I don't know what the call was, but handlebar mustached man has got it. The ref, that is. 2.5 minutes left. SaberCats are trying to rally their team. They're banging on the boards over there. Bradley's got it. Nice little circle, and he just gets taken to the floor and getting laid on. That was weird. Now it's getting pinned against the boards. They're trying to spill some minutes off the clock. Here comes the SaberCats. He has nobody in the middle. That goes right through the crease. Number 16 was there, but he couldn't put a stick on it. Bradley's going to tee up a hot shot, and they're offsides just barely. He held on to the puck too long. Black's working his way over the boards. Here comes Moore. We got Jones going out there, Saber and Sass. That's your lineup. 2 minutes left. Would be nice if we could get a buffer goal. We've had so many close opportunities. Jones is giving chase. A hard around to the SaberCat. Saber shut that down. A lot of Sabres out there. Outlet pass, gets it out of the zone. Thought I heard another whistle. I'm hearing things. Nice little back check there. Saber poked that to the wide. That goes way up. Doesn't touch any of the net, so we're still underway here. Skimmed the net. The boys are trying to get it out. Here comes a shot. Not able to do it. Here comes a big kid. Dangerous deflection. Very dangerous. Vaughn was able to push that ahead. Sabres got it. Now he's going to try to break it out. He just puts a shot on the net. That went right into the glove of the keeper. He didn't have his full head of steam, so he couldn't work down there on a one-on-one. That goes right back to the keeper, so we're going to get another face-off here. Okay, face-off goes right back to the keeper again. 3 seconds off the clock. One of the SaberCats ended up on his butt. Here we go with the SaberCats. They're coming down through the neutral zone. Nice little defensive play. Again, these players, they're trying to work it through a whole bunch of traffic, and when they try to do that, you just go at the man. So that was a smart play by Bradley. Go ahead and ice it, son. That gets stuck up into the netting for a stop. We're going to get a face-off here. The SaberCats have had a couple of pretty good opportunities. Looks like they're going to call a timeout here. And they have indeed pulled the keeper. So they got 6 skaters on the ice. So they're going to go talk about it. And let's see, we can give you a little bit more history. 1893, Dr. Daniel Hale Williams formed Provident Hospital in Chicago. That was a long time ago. Right around the time of the World's Fair that was there, the famous World's Fair of Chicago, where Reynolds Wrap was born there. One of the first ice rinks, definitely the very first ever Ferris wheel, which was a super hit. And I know the ice rink was there because it caught fire. It was something else, but the Ferris wheel was the biggest hit. They were trying to top the Paris World's Fair that put up the Eiffel Tower right before them, and it was all about one-upsmanship, and they were worried about what they would do to up the Eiffel Tower, but they put that Ferris wheel together, which was a massive hit. So, a little bit of world history for you there. Okay, here come the boys off of the bench. The whistle has been blown. Our guys are still talking about it. Again, they got 6 skaters. They pulled their keeper. So there's an opportunity out there to potentially get another score. Our boys just need to ice it. Get it out of this zone. Don't be shy. Get it. That's exactly what Luke tried to do. Couldn't get it done. He's going to do it now. And down it goes. Hand is up for an icing. But that's going to spill some time off the clock. 36 seconds is left. Uh-oh. Works through the zone. Gallagher's going to get it. See if he can get a shot off. He just pokes it down the boards. It's rolling around down there. Nobody in the net again. It's an empty net. Stretch pass, very dangerous. It's stick side. He dumps it. Vaughn picks it up for a great save. Great save by Vaughn. He put his leg out and he got a pillow on it, and he's going to get some love for it. Excellent save. That's exactly what we needed. 17 seconds left on the clock. Black's going to come out. He's going to tag up. Here comes Sass. We got Gallagher, Sass, Luke, Black, and Bailey. Player back there was yelling for it. Very dangerous. Deflection. Poke to the corner. Nice little play there, and that gets Vaughn gets a stick on it. And it goes up into the net. Here comes Britton. They got 6 seconds left. A face-off win would be great. The ref had a fast whistle there. Vaughn was doing something smart. He was just pulling the puck out to the side, and they blew the whistle for a stoppage of play. Britton tries to lay it down. Nice! That's going to end the game. That's going to end the game, and our boys are pushing and shoving down here. A little bit of a fight after the play, but they get them separated, and our boys are going to go into the locker room winners. 4-3. Their number 23 was pushing around a little bit and getting crazy, but yeah, outstanding. A win is a win. 4-3 is your final score here tonight against the SaberCats. We like it. Everybody that joined us tonight, really appreciate it. And I see that somebody from Calgary, Canada has joined us tonight. So, you know, our fan base, I tell you, it's something else. We've got them from all over the world. And we got some from tonight. Whoever you are from Calgary, thanks for joining us. Awesome to have you. There's the lineup right now, right down the center. Everybody's saying hello and thank you. And hope there's no fights that break out in there. These boys, a lot of them, they know each other from club hockey. So, yeah, there's a lot of love out there, mostly. We know some of the players out there for sure. But it's good to see some familiar faces. We've got another game tomorrow. It's up in Denver. I don't know if I'm going to go up there because we're expecting funky weather. And depending upon the weather tomorrow, it may or may not be televised. But anyway, just let you know, giving you a heads up on that. And thanks again for joining us. Really appreciate you being there as a part of Ranger Nation. Gonna bear the cold, go outside, and try to get home. Okay. I'm going to bid you farewell. Thanks again for joining us. Appreciate you, and have a good evening. Stay warm.